In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible free team right now in NBA 2K23. My team, obviously every single card on this team will be completely free and grindable. Now, not every card is going to be available right now. Some cards might be already expired, but like I said, we're going to have trophy case cards, moments cards, all different types of free cards on this one single team. Usually, I don't include trophy case cards for these free card tier lists or free card teams, but now that, we've gotten some really good free cards over the past couple weeks, I feel like we can start adding the trophy cases back in because I think there's only 4, maybe 5 trophy case cards on the team. Really not as much as there used to be for a free team. But the first card we want to talk about here at the starting point guard position is going to be Galaxy Bull Donovan Mitchell. I think he's easily the best free point guard in the game. Like, the only people that come close would be the backup point guard, who we'll talk about later in the video. I mean, he's an amazing point guard, even though he's only 6'1". I know some people do think he's kind of undersized. He's definitely undersized, but some people think he's like terrible because he's 6'1". But my counter argument to that is he's 6'10" and actually plays some really good defense. I know these stats and badges might not look too crazy, but in game, this card for whatever reason just gets so many defensive stops, especially with the paint defense buff recently in my team. They've made a huge buff with paint defense, so it's a lot easier to get stops down low. He's also super fast with the ball in his hands, having Hall of Fame clamp breaker, hyperdrive, mismatch expert, and quick first step as well. He's going to be super fast, like I said, having a 93 ball handle, 95 speed with ball, and a 95 speed and 95 acceleration. He basically dunks on everybody for me. He's got a 95 driving dunk, Hall of Fame limitless takeoff, posterizer, and some really good dunking animations. Jump shot wise, I do like his jump shot as well, and then movement, he does have some pretty good movement as well for me. I think he's easily going to be the best free point guard and our starting point guard on our team. Now for obviously the starting shooting guard spot, this one is going to be very obvious. It's going to be the Dark Matter Dr. J. Obviously, the 3 Dark Matters will definitely be somewhere on the squad. Dr. J probably the best free card in the game right now, especially for counting trophy cases. He's a small forward shooting guard, 6'6", with a 6'11" wingspan. He's got 20 Hall of Fame badges. I mean, that's pretty obvious of why he's the best card. And look at these stats. I mean, they're just pretty much some of the best stats in the game possible. Like, there's really no flaws with this card, except for maybe the fact that his jump shot is a tad too slow, but realistically, it's a good jump shot. Maybe he could use a better size up, but he's got the MJ dribble style and the Kobe Bryant escape. Maybe the normal leaner as well would definitely be an upgrade over pro. But honestly, guys, I think for a free card, he's easily the best free card in the game, I would say, and definitely going to be our starting shooting guard. Now for the starting small forward position, there's a couple different options you could go with. For me, guys, this might sound crazy, but I do think Larry Nance is actually the best free small forward in my team right now. I know that sounds kind of crazy to say, but I mean, I know Larry Bird's really good too, and Larry Bird will definitely be coming off the bench, but for me, I think Larry Nance is actually a little bit better. He's a power forward, small forward, 6'10", with a 7'1" wingspan. I think you could say Larry Bird is probably better than Larry Nance, but for me, Larry Nance plays better defense. He's got a 90 interior, 90 perimeter, 90 steal, and a 90 block as well. He's going to be so much faster, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, and he's going to be so much better going to the rim. Like, he is one of the best dunking small forwards in my team right now. He's got a 96 driving dunk, 97 vertical, while also having a 95 standing dunk, Hall of Fame limitless takeoff, and posterizer as well. So I mean, the card dunks on everybody and is really good at going to the rim. He's also pretty fast with the ball in his hands, having an 86 ball handle, 87 speed with ball. Jump shot wise, yes, he doesn't have a great jump shot. It's not terrible. I do think, crazy enough, it's probably actually better than a guy like Larry Bird's, and he does have the normal leaner and the Kobe Bryant escape, so his movement's going to be a tiny bit better than a guy like Larry Bird. I do think he's got a better jump shot, and he does have the normal leaner as well. And then stats wise, obviously not going to be as good as a guy like Larry Bird, but I do think he's a better defender and a better rim runner as well. And for the meta of the game this year, I think that's a key thing to have at your small forward position. So I'm gonna have Larry Nance as our starting small forward. Now with the starting power forward position, I think it's pretty obvious. Actually, I think Anthony Davis might come off the bench. Is it crazy to say Shawn Kemp is actually a better power forward than Anthony Davis? Is that crazy to say? I'm not exactly sure. I do think AD and Shawn Kemp is a very close debate. I think I'm gonna go with Shawn Kemp though. He's a 6'10" power forward with a 7'1" wingspan. I think also for kind of, the lineup we're building, I'll show you guys, when I fully build a lineup, kind of why I'm starting Shawn Kemp over a guy like Anthony Davis. I just feel like for like the, structure of the starting lineup compared to the bench, I feel like having an offensive power forward in the starting lineup is definitely gonna help a lot help out a lot. You guys will see later in the video when I do build the full team. But Sean Kemp going to be a really good offensive power forward, not even just for being a free power forward, but just in general one of the best power forwards in the game, at least offensively wise. He's going to be an elite rim runner, dunking on everybody, 98 driving dunk, 98 standing dunk. He's got a 97 vertical, he's super fast, 92 speed, 92 acceleration, and he does have a very good jump shot as well. Honestly, one of my favorite power forward releases in the game, besides like guys like Bob Middlelecki and Dolph Shays. I do think he's probably got one of the best power forward jump shots, and all around going to be the best free power forward in my team right now. At least, you know, maybe him and Anthony Davis is definitely a close debate. And then guys, at the starting center position, we are going to go for the dark matter Tim Duncan. I think he's actually better at the center position. Even if you could run him at power forward, I think it's honestly better to run him at the center position, just because he doesn't really feel that like mobile in game, especially on the offensive end, compared to a lot of power forwards we have in my team right now. I feel like the meta of the game is kind of having those like guys that can handle the ball a little bit and more offensive power forwards. That's why you see a lot of people running Bob Middlelecki's, Dolph Shays, you know, Sean Kemp's, even Giannis's, guys that are just super mobile, versatile on the court, where I think Tim Duncan is mainly just going to be a defender. He's 6'11", so not a bad height for the center position, and he's going to be such a good defender, having a 98 block, 98 interior defense, 86 steal, 87 lateral quickness, 87 perimeter, and he does have some amazing Hall of Fame defensive badges like anchor, box obese, brick wall, clamps, interceptor, pogo stick, post lockdown, rebound chaser, and workhorse as well. So I mean, the card doesn't do anything too crazy on the court. He's got 84 speed, 84 acceleration. You're not going to notice Tim Duncan too much when you're playing like unlimited or clutch time, but he does do all the little things very well. He rebounds, he boxes out, he's in the right spot at all the times, you know, grabbing those offensive rebounds, he knocks down threes, and he's just going to be all around a great defender. So for me, Tim Duncan going to be the best free center in the game right now. And then guys, off the bench at the backup point guard position, there's three guys I'm kind of deciding between. It's either going to be Pink Diamond Russell Westbrook, Diamond Drew Holiday, or Diamond Stephon Marbury. I think honestly guys, for the bench, I might go Drew Holiday. I think for this bench unit I'm trying to run, I want to have a really good defender and a guy that's got a quick jump shot, and Drew Holiday does those two things at a very high level. He's got a quick jump shot, he's 6'3", the point guard spot with a 6'7" wingspan, and he's going to give you some elite defense. I mean, yes, he's not going to be the best at going to the rim, but he can actually knock down a three ball at a very high level, having a 91 three ball, 88 mid-range, and like I said, he does have a quick jump shot, and it's very easy to green as well. So good jump shot in Drew Holiday, and does have the normal leaner as well. And then defensively, going to be an absolute lock, having Hall of Fame anchor, challenger, clamps, glove, and pick dodger as well. Like I said though, if you wanted to go with Russell Westbrook, or you wanted to go with Diamond Stephon Marbury as well, those are obviously two other great options for the backup point guard spot. For me though, at the backup shooting guard position, this is kind of a no-brainer. It's going to be the Galaxy Zach LaVine. I mean, he's easily the second best free shooting guard in my team. I know Jimmy Butler's pretty good, you know, Clyde Drexler, but for me, Zach LaVine is a decent amount better than a guy like Jimmy. He's a shooting guard, small forward, 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan. He's going to be one of the best offensive shooting guards in the game. Not even just talking about free cards, like he's just so elite at the shooting guard spot, especially for offense. 94 three ball, 94 mid-range, 95 speed, 95 acceleration. I mean, the card's an insanely good rim runner, having a 98 driving dunk, 98 vertical. He's got some amazing Hall of Fame badges for playmaking and shooting as well. He's got Hall of Fame amped, blinders, catch and shoot, deadeye, limitless range, and then for playmaking, he's got Hall of Fame clamp breaker, handles for days, hyperdrive, and quick first step as well. He's also going to be pretty fast, having an 89 ball handle, 92 speed with ball. Jump shot wise, also going to be a great release on quick timing as well. So it's going to be a super fast jump shot and very easy to green. And then dribble six wise, he does have some very good dribble six for a shooting guard all around. Like I said, I do think he's going to be the second best free shooting guard in my team, and definitely going to be our backup shooting guard. Now for the backup small forward spot, even though I think this card is terrible value and one of the most, you know, underwhelming and kind of upsetting and annoying cards just in general in my team history, because of the amount of hours you have to put in to get this dark matter Larry Bird, especially if you've been grinding him from the start. Like I know Mini, Splash, you know, Near Mini, all these guys like got him first. There's probably other people, I'm just saying like those are like kind of the creators or guys on Twitter that got him first. But for people that grind for this card right away, I mean, he's just such an underwhelming card. He's 6'9" at the small forward spot with a 7-foot wingspan. I think you guys know by now why this Larry Bird card really isn't that elite, so I'm not going to go in depth and give you guys a whole breakdown. I don't want to complain about the card, but just know he is not worth the grind, but still going to be most likely the second best free small forward in the game. And then off the bench, guys, it's really between Anthony Davis and Bam Adebayo. For me, I'm going to give the nod to AD by a little bit, but Bam Adebayo will definitely be our 11th man. I think it's very close to the power forward spot, and you could really even throw Bam over a guy like Sean Kemp if you wanted to, but for me, I think Kemp and AD just going to be a little bit better than a guy like Bam Adebayo. And then, guys, to round off the squad, we are going to be going for the Diamond Wang ZZ off the bench. I do think he's very comparable to a guy like Diamond Kristaps and actually a top 5 center in the game. And the reason why I'm not doing this is, for example, we have a lot of defense, you know, in our front court, but then on our bench, we have a lot of offense, right? Like Wang ZZ, Larry Bird, Sean Kemp are more offensive orientated, where if we switch this up, now we get a really good offensive power forward in Sean Kemp next to a guy like Tim Duncan, who's going to make up for Tim Duncan's lack of offense. And then off the bench, we got Anthony Davis, who's a great defender, has a great player model, good wingspan, really good defensive badges. That's going to make up for the lack of defense with a guy like Wang ZZ. So for me, structuring the lineup, I'm not saying Sean Kemp's a better power forward than Anthony Davis, but I do think he needs to start at power forward and then have Anthony Davis off the bench. But guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my best possible free team? And let me know some of your guys' favorite free cards to use right now in my team, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.